Hi everybody, it's Taylor with the Daily Geddon. I know it has been an incredibly long time since I've put out a video, but trust me, I did not forget about this. I thought about it all the time. Work has just been super crazy lately. I've been crazy busy, but trust me, I have been thinking about it. And I really just haven't had time to put in the research to make something quality and bring something to you guys that is actually enjoyable and good information. Because trust me, I am super passionate about this stuff. I love educating people, and I love educating people and talking in general about political things and things that could shape the future, things like that. Just really big ideas. But we're back at it again. Trust me, I will continue to put out videos. There was some good news. People continued to watch videos. There was still traffic to the channel, even though I wasn't putting out new content. So that is awesome to see. We're still at 30 subscribers. Hopefully trying to get to 100 by the end of the year. I know that's kind of a lofty goal for me, but please, if you're watching these videos, please subscribe. I really enjoy you guys coming by and watching the videos. With all that, let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about HR 2316, which is the Fire Fauci Act. Yes, that Dr. Fauci, the one that is the head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, the guy that's been talking about COVID since it started, the main face of COVID, and the name that you hear probably all the time. And the reason that this legislation brings a smile to my face is because it was introduced by none other than our dear friend Marjorie Taylor Greene. And to add icing on the cake, it has a co-sponsor by the name of Matt Gaetz. I'm sure that you have heard that name in the news quite a lot. Really a great duo teaming up on this one. There's a few other co-sponsors, but it's just interesting to see that those two people are kind of aligning in the same area. One of the most interesting things about this bill is that it finds that Dr. Fauci's income for 2020 was $434,000. That is more than the United States president. In fact, it's more than any other federal government employee. In the entire United States government, he makes the absolute most money. Even more than the guy that's in charge of the military, the commander-in-chief. It's kind of interesting to me that this guy makes that much money. And the only reason that that is true is because he is an exception to the amount of money that you can make as a government employee because he is a doctor. There are special rules for doctors that allow them to make more money to keep them competitive with the private sector in order to retain good doctors within the government. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Dr. Fauci's salary. Do you think it's too high, or do you think it's too low, or do you think it's appropriate for the things that he had to handle going through the coronavirus and basically being the face of the coronavirus response team that was formed under Donald Trump and having to deal so much with the public and having to deal so much with the pandemic? No, he wasn't perfect, but I think that he was genuinely trying to do a good job. That is my personal opinion. I think he was a doctor trying to do his best, trying to keep people as healthy as possible, just because that's what doctors do. Now, even though this bill is titled Fire Fauci Act, it does not actually remove him from his position. It effectively fires him by giving him a $0 salary moving forward, but it does not actually remove him from his position. Now, it only states that he is the exception to the rule, so the next person that would take his place does not have to abide by the $0 salary rule. So it's not applying it to the position, but to the person, basically saying that we don't like you because of the way that you've done things, and you don't deserve to be compensated for any of the work that you're doing in your certain position. There are a few findings in this bill that they try to use to discredit Dr. Fauci in supporting their argument for reducing his salary down to zero. One of those in particular is a quote that he had from March of 2020. And that quote reads, "There is no reason to be walking around with a mask when you're in the middle of an outbreak. Wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it is not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is." This bill then finds that Dr. Fauci is now telling people that they might have to wear masks all the way up through 2022, even though he said that masks were not useful in an outbreak, or at least that's the argument they're trying to make. Yes, in an outbreak they might not be useful. That's a very key word. When a virus is actively spreading and aggressively spreading through a populace, a mask is probably not going to protect you on this scale. Now, when we start getting vaccines into the mix and things like that, masks are going to become more effective because the virus is not going to be everywhere, and that little bit of protection might be enough. Obviously, that's my opinion, but that's essentially what this quote is saying. That's all I have for this video. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a while since I put out a video. I already said that. I'm going to try to keep making videos, but I can't promise anything. Work sometimes just gets really hectic and a lot of stuff comes on me and I get really bogged down and I just don't have time to do the research. I don't have time to do the reading. I don't have time to find good content. Hopefully something that's a little bit interesting, something a little bit educational, something a little bit relevant to our current position. But with that guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. Drop me a comment, like the video, share the video, all that stuff. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, everybody. Thank you very much.